Hey, what's up, you guys? How's it going? So I wanted to take this moment to give us a quick reading for 2026. This is from my Oracle deck, the Realms Oracle cards. And I just thought it would be nice just to give us a little reading before we close the year. So let's find out. All right, guys, so I hope you're well. And I'm just going to do this standing today because I have everything set up around today. But let's find out what the energy is for 2026. So whoever's watching this video, this is for you. This is obviously a general reading. So if this does not resonate with you, move along. Sometimes it's just nice to hear, though, just a, background noise. There's always something for everybody. So I'm going to draw 3 cards for the next year and we'll find out what's going to come up. Okay, guys, so we've got our 3 cards. So the first card that came out was Incarnated Unicorns. The second card that we got was the Flower Fairies. And then the third card, dun, 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 we got Shadow Walkers. Okay, so let's get into it. So I'm just going to read the unicorns. So the unicorns are here to remind you of the true power of love, one that is free, unconditional, and not rooted in ownership or control. There is a lesson in understanding love beyond attachment. If you or someone else is being possessive or controlling, it's time to recognize this and reclaim your freedom. Love should uplift, not confine. So when I'm channeling into this energy to begin with, I think next year, essentially, it's going to be a year for some of you. It's to do with relationships. For some of you, it's to do with the relationship with yourself. That's really what I heard when I was watching this card. And it's about changing that relationship with yourself. So before, maybe you were more controlling or had higher expectations of yourself, or there was just this level of demand that you had for yourself that for some of you, it was really just unattainable. Your expectations were too high. You put too much pressure on yourself, and this pressure put you down, weighed you down. So for the next year, it's inviting a little bit more freedom, a little bit more flexibility, a little bit more openness for you to try things outside of the box even. So what I'm hearing here as well is this freedom essentially is calling in the change that is necessary, because 2026 is the number 1. Okay, so it adds up to number 1, which is the new beginnings. New beginnings essentially is a great opportunity to start something new. And what that means for some of us is to fully surrender old things. Maybe you had an idea of a career. Maybe you had an idea of the way a relationship should go. And this year, 2026, is essentially asking us to start fresh, start new visions, start new goals, possibly release old visions and old ideas and old attachments, because sometimes we want to manifest things, right? We might want something so badly that we would sacrifice our entire lives for it. But 5, 6, 10, 15 years later, nothing's changed. You haven't gotten there yet. And what this is saying essentially is that it's time to start a new vision, something really new. And oftentimes our ego tells us, well, it's like I'm giving up, or I surrendered, or I didn't fight hard enough. And what I'm hearing here is that is actually not the case. If you're starting something new, you're still striving for something. You're still aiming for something, you're still fighting for something, you're still moving towards something, but it's something new, it's a new energy. And don't jump to conclusions in the sense of assuming that this is something that isn't going to be any better or just as good as the old vision. Sometimes that vision might just lead you back to where you meant to go, or to something much, much, much better. And if you think about it in the sense of the law of attraction, right? If you're suffering in your vision right now in this goal that you've been trying to achieve for many, many years, and it's just painful now, the thought of it, even though the vision, right, the dream is still there, and that little sense of hope is there, but the majority of what's underneath that iceberg, that subconscious mind of yours now, it's just pain and suffering. I can't do it. It's too hard. It's impossible. I've been doing it for too long. And this year is asking you to surrender, to try something new, to open yourself up to something, some new possibilities, some new transformation, because that new energy can open up new doors. That new energy is asking you to create a new frequency within you by holding on to this idea or to this, whatever it is. you're holding on to the old frequency. And so you're emanating the same energy. And in order to make change happen, you have to change your energy. So big changes are happening for some of you guys. Now, the next one that came up was flower fairies. Whenever we get the flower fairies, this essentially is a card of building that self-worth and that self-esteem back up again. Some of you, because of this, whatever, it didn't happen or you wanted it, it kind of a little bit destroyed your self-esteem. It like made you feel, and also guys, we're getting older, you know, right? All of whatever the story that's coming up in your head that you've been telling yourself. So this new energy essentially is asking you to rebuild your self-esteem, which is why it's very important, again, to create something new. Your attachment to the old has almost like this negative imprint now, and not for everybody, by the way. But for many of you, the things that you are ready to change that you cannot change, again, this does not mean you're giving up on a vision. This does not mean that you're giving up on yourself. It's the complete opposite. You're stepping up for yourself. You're showing up for yourself differently. You're creating something new. And you're proving to yourself that you have the power to do that. It just sometimes feels like, oh, I got to start from scratch. No, because everything that you've done up until now has led you to this moment. Even though right now the dots may not make sense, it will make sense eventually. So the flower fairies remind you of your innate beauty, your strength and worth. True confidence comes from within. Being gentle does not mean weak, and being powerful does not mean being harsh. You can stand tall in your truth while embracing kindness and grace. See yourself through the eyes of love and let your light shine without fear. The world needs your unique radiance. So honor your self-worth and bloom unapologetically. The other thing that I'm hearing here is like stepping into your power. Don't worry about what other people think of you. Stop worrying about, you know, judgment from other people. You really gonna base your choices on someone else's opinion of you because you're afraid that they're gonna tell you or make a judgment or tell you that you're not enough or they're gonna make fun of you? I guarantee that those are the people that are not gonna be going anywhere. If you wanna get somewhere, you have to have the strength, the courage, the self-worth to go against the crowd. This is a building of your self-worth. And the final card, Shadow Walkers. Dun, dun, dun. This is essentially like the death card, which is very interesting. So Shadow Walkers are deeply connected to the afterlife and are part of the other world. They call you to let go and accept that you may not have all the answers or reassurance. Find peace in not knowing. You may be in pain or feeling lost, but know that your darkest lesson can turn out to be your greatest gifts. So what I'm hearing here is essentially a rebirth, okay? Many of you are going through a rebirth. This new choice, this new energy, this new decision, this new path is calling for a rebirth. And like it said here, sometimes it may feel at first like it's like you've lost something or you had to give up, but it's going to turn out to be your greatest blessing. I really, really feel that. And the other thing about the Shadow Walker card is essentially is that a lot of people are 1 foot in, 1 foot out all the time. And this is asking you to fully commit, to fully dive in, to give 110% of yourself and not just tippy toe in it. It's like really genuinely say, all right, I'm surrendering. I've made up my mind. I'm going to make this decision and I'm going to commit to myself to this path. If you can do this for 2026, guys, your life is going to completely change. It's going to upgrade. Your self-worth is going to get better. And you're going to connect to the freedom, to the energy, to the life that you've actually been fighting for this whole time. Wow. Okay. So that's a very interesting energy. I'm hearing this also for myself. So very cool. By the way, guys, definitely go and check out my new Oracle deck and the Book of Realms. I will have these pinned up here, so, and of course in the description box below. And don't forget to subscribe, the bell thing, the whole of the shebang. I'm on Spotify, I'm on Insight Timer, I'm on all the things, so make sure to follow. Next year I have a new plan for the channel. I've got courses coming up, so stick around, guys, because I cannot wait to hang out with you and create more magic. All right, guys, best of luck for 2026, and I will see you soon. Have a magical day.